Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream. It is Casual Friday and we are going to listen to some NF, Leave Me Alone. NF's album just dropped today, by the way, so go check that out. And let's see what this is. His music videos are usually dope. By the way, if you don't know him, you should know him. And I'm gonna do my best to see what's going on, but with all this, it's sometimes a little hard, guys, a little hard. Let's check it out. He's still got those balloons. All these videos he's been dropping lately follow this theme. It's...
Hey!
Hi.
Panic stricken, handle business, not a joke, yeah. Manners missing, travel different, no control, yeah. Time to listen, time to zip it, keep it close. My description, highly gifted, take some notes, yeah. Lack of interest, why'd you visit, hit the road, yeah. I'm kinda twisted, so keep your distance, be a ghost. Yeah, see, I'm inventive, but quite the menace. You ain't know? Well then I'm offended. Let's jog your memories, here we go.
He's about to drop some beat. He's such an artistic dude. He's got the weird face makeup thing going on. I'm gonna roll it back so we can appreciate this drop. Not gonna say too much because this song is like almost 6 minutes long, so I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes. I'm only gonna speak up if I'm like, I have to say something. That's a lie, I'm probably gonna talk too much.
Invented, but quite the menace. You ain't know? Well then I'm offended. Let's jog your memories, here we go. Yeah, I went from nobody to kind of famous. Hide my plaques inside a closet, I just can't explain it.
Went from nobody, kind of famous, hide the plaques in the closet, can't explain it. So it's like I'm getting recognition, but I'm putting it away and I don't know why.
My wife, she tells me that she's proud and thinks that I should hang them, but I just leave them on the ground right next to my self-hatred, yeah.
Wife says, put him up, be proud of him. He's like, I leave it right there with all my self-hatred on the ground. Bro, so much. The NF says he doesn't usually get super like double entendre or weird with the bars. He just says it as it is and it just hits hard. It's kind of like what Tom McDonald does, where he's not always ultra complicated with the bars, but they hit. And then every now and then they get ultra complicated with the bars, but I love the straightforward storytelling. Just like, ugh.
Yeah, mental health. Where's my mental health? Diagnosed with OCD, what does that mean? We'll gather around.
Uh-oh, talking about mental illness. So he says he's diagnosed with OCD. What does that mean? Gather around, let's gather around.
That means I obsessively obsess on things I think about. That means I might take a normal thought and think it's so profound. Ruminating.
Ooh. I might take a normal thought and think it's so profound. So, I mean, let's tie that back into the self-hatred. So, if you're thinking, or if you know that you have a disorder where you might take some just mundane thought and think it's profound, then when you do have a profound thought, you might not just trust that. You might be like, it's probably just some stupid thought I'm having again. And so now we're going back and kind of explaining some of the, I don't know what's with all these plaques and awards, because maybe if I think that's some profound, amazing thing, it's just my brain playing tricks again. I think there was a lot to that little line he just did. A lot more than seems to meet the eye.
Think about, that means I might take a normal thought and think it's so profound. Ruminating, fill balloons are full of doubts, do the same things. If I don't, I'm overwhelmed, thoughts are pacing. They go round and round and round, it's so draining. Let's move on to something else. Fine, running the game if they don't even know it. Like I'm undercover and knowing to blow it. They come out of nowhere, they don't even notice. The flow is so cold you would think it was snowing. I'm under the weather but wind isn't blowing. I got an umbrella for difficult moments. You gotta admit it, I'm very devoted. I'm out in the rain but it don't always always alright.
That was a lot of stuff. I don't know which thing to pick out, the umbrella line and all that. I'm gonna roll it back. I want to listen to it one more time.
Let's move on to something else. Fine, running the game if they don't even know it. Like I'm undercover and knowing to blow it. They come out of nowhere, they don't even notice. The flow is so cold you would think it was snowing. I'm under the weather but wind isn't blowing. I got an umbrella for difficult moments. You gotta admit it, I'm very devoted. I'm out in the rain but it don't always always alright.
I love the way he led into that, by the way. Fine. And just like, I don't have time to break down everything he just said there. There was a lot. the under the weather line, followed by the umbrella tying it in. Started off with the undercover. Just listen to that a few times. Digest it yourself. Let's go.
Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away. But I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the balloons have been kind of a symbolism for NF for like pain and struggle and bad memories and all that kind of like stuff. So he's talking about maybe I should just let him float away so he's not so in pain.
Tell them how I feel, but they don't want to change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 quiet. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. I hate when they debate if we're underrated. We're so overlooked that they're looking over our numbers, Nathan.
I'm gonna run that back. There's the underdog bar for you.
When they debate if we're underrated, we're so overlooked that they're looking over our numbers, Nathan.
There's some fun wordplay. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. As a smaller artist, I don't know if you call me underrated, right? I'm probably rated what I should be because the people who follow me and actually look at me, they give a lot of support and they're always patting the back. So I don't think I'm underrated. I'm underheard. People don't know me, so I guess overlooked, but that has so much to do with just the saturation in the industry than it does just myself. But it's interesting. You get a guy like NF who, I mean, I've known NF for several years. He's just now, I think, blowing up a lot for a lot of people who hadn't heard him. But it's interesting. It seems like no matter how high you keep getting, there's always this, am I underrated? Am I overlooked? Because there's always so many people so much bigger than you who you're like, I think I'm more talented than you. Anyway.
We don't do enough interviews or go out in public lately. We don't post enough on our socials to keep the buzz from fading.
There you go. And then it's like, the only way you stay relevant in an industry so saturated is you're constantly posting stuff. You're constantly tweeting and doing interviews, and I'm on the Breakfast Club now, and now I'm here, and now I'm doing this freestyle on this show. And if you don't do all that crap, people forget you exist. And if you come back and drop some heat after being gone, some people just hate on it because you haven't been in the limelight for a while, and they'll just be like, oh, you're old and washed up. So, yeah, and even in trying to grow my channel, like, I gotta put out crap constantly. Now, I enjoy doing it, but I could imagine 2 or 3 years from now, just doing it because I have to, and I'll be like, oh, and then if I don't, there'll be people around me be like, well, you're not gonna grow if you don't keep churning out crap, because it's so saturated that you release 10 things, and your fans will see one of those 10 most likely, just because they won't notice the other 9 because there's so much crap being shoved down people's throat.
Let it fade, yeah, let it fade. Once it's decimated, then you drop a song out of nowhere and all the fans embrace it. Then the buzz will surface again as part of my operation. I don't need advice from my doubts right now, end of conversation.
Alright, so you say now all the fans embrace it if I took a break, which they did. I mean, he blew up after taking some time off. Alright, I'm talking too much again.
Shut your mouth, yeah, shut your mouth, better tone it down.
See? Even he said shut your mouth.
Now, if you make a sound, shut your mouth, yeah, shut your mouth, better tone it down, close it now. If you make a sound, I'ma change it down. Funny how they be acting loud, coming unannounced, floating round, man, the kid is wild, pretty wild, true. I'm kinda funny, but don't really show it. I keep it together, but have a disorder. I go to my room and I sit in my corner and talk to myself in a language that's foreign. I think of a rhyme and I have to record it, but no, if I don't, I wake up in the morning and
I love what he's talking about, talking a language that's foreign, thinking of a rhyme. He's going to need to record it. Otherwise, it's going to be gone. The intrinsic thought. The self-dialogue. I like this whole part.
The question my life again, always avoiding. I hate to be different, but hate to be normal, so I hold on my
I'm going to listen to that again.
Up in the morning and question my life again, always avoiding. I hate to be different, but hate to be normal, so
Hate to be different, but hate to be normal. This is something I talk about a lot. I think there are normal people and there are abnormal people. And it's funny because the normal people, they want to be different, and the abnormal people just want to fit in. And it's just this constant battle, and you're never going to be happy. It sucks.
Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away, but I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Tell them how I feel, but they don't wanna change. Tell them how I feel, but they remain the same. Loosen up my grip, they say that's not okay. Quiet, 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 quiet. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Remember back in No Name, I said fame called. Told you I hung up. Remember back in No Name, I said fame called. Told you I hung up, it kinda felt wrong. Finally called him back.
So he's talking about bars from prior songs. He says fame called. He didn't talk long and he hung up. Just in case you don't know the background of what he's talking about.
Called. Told you I hung up, it kinda felt wrong. Finally called him back, we didn't talk long. He asked me how I'd been, I sent him this song. Yeah, think he took offense, he kinda seemed off. I texted him that night to ask what he thought. It took a couple days to get a response, but once I finally did, he said the song sucks. Feel the symptoms, couldn't miss him, wrestle with them.
Ooh, I gotta roll this whole thing back. Since he did a lot with this whole conversation with fame, saying he didn't talk long. Which I thought that was the bar in the song before, that they didn't talk long. Maybe I'm misremembering it because he just said that again. I don't know if that was a throw. I'm gonna have to go back and listen. I don't know if that was a throwback to what he said before, or if I was just misremembering that he just said hung up. But anyway, I want to listen to that whole thing again. It was
night to ask what he thought. It took a couple days to get a response, but once I finally did, he said the song sucks. Feel the symptoms, couldn't miss him, wrestle with them, then I pin and flip him. Brought some back up, Noah, you should get some. Who you dissing? Mood is switching, don't come in the kitchen, you should listen. Cooking record for my hands are blistering. So persistent, don't forget this, hold attention. Soul is bending, no pretending, open-ended, low percentage, so demented. Whole consensus, flow tremendous, no apprentice, no incentive, show intensive, so possessive, tone aggressive, watch your step when I.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't got time to go into what just happened there. But that was awesome.
Hold up my balloons and cover up my face. I can feel them weighing on me every day. I should let them go and watch them float away. But I'm scared if I do, then I'll be more afraid. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet. Yeah. Leave me alone. Yeah. Quiet. Yeah. Leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet. Yeah. Leave me alone.
Well, he just dropped off a lot of balloons right there. I need resolution! Who's he giving his balloons to? Is he gonna be free? He tells such good stories in his videos. And I hate the little pop-ups that started to screw around at the end. I mean, I know that he put them up there and stuff, but anyway. There's a lot going on there. So, I knew I was gonna still talk too much because it's NF and there's so much to talk about. I tried my best not to say too much. Anyway. Whew. Boy. So if you're new here and you've made it this far, I do my own music as well. It's sometimes decent, I don't know. So check out some of my songs. Go check out the original song and listen to NF's new album that just dropped today, because the dude is sick, and if you've never listened to him, you need to be listening to him. Man, he's good. Anyway, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Have a good day. See ya.